You're not unhappy because of your circumstances. 7 reasons you're actually unhappy. Self-help won't tell you, because they profit from your misery. Keep you searching, keep you buying, keep you unhappy. Ready to stop searching and start seeing. You think you know why you're unhappy. Bad job, not enough money, wrong relationship, not attractive enough, not successful enough, not respected enough. All wrong. Those aren't reasons. Those are symptoms. Real reasons. Run deeper, more fundamental, more uncomfortable. Self-help industry won't tell you, because telling you truth ends your searching. Searching is their business model. These 7 reasons operate below conscious awareness, creating constant dissatisfaction, regardless of circumstances. This is why successful people are unhappy. Rich people are unhappy. Beautiful people are unhappy. Famous people are unhappy. External circumstances don't fix internal mechanisms, causing unhappiness. Today you learn 7 real reasons you're unhappy. Not what self-help sells, what psychology shows. Not what's comfortable, what's true. Not what keeps you buying, what sets you free. Drop this if you're ready. I see the real reasons for my unhappiness. Let's begin. Reason 1. You're comparing yourself to everyone, and comparison is theft of joy. Brain evolved for small tribes. 30 people maximum. You compared yourself to 30 people. Could be best at something. In tribe of 30. Achievable. Created healthy motivation. Modern world. You're comparing to 3 billion people. Social media. Internet. Global awareness. Everyone visible. Everyone's highlight reel. Visible constantly. Mathematically impossible to be best at anything. Among 3 billion. Always someone better. Richer. More attractive. More successful. More talented. More everything. Your brain doesn't know this. Still using tribal comparison software. On global scale. Result, constant inadequacy. No matter what you achieve. Someone achieve more. Post your achievement. Someone posts better. Endless cycle. Studies prove this. More social media use. More depression. More anxiety. More unhappiness. Not because social media evil. Because comparison scale wrong. Brain not designed for global comparison. Designed for local. Global comparison creates permanent dissatisfaction. Can't win. Game is rigged. By scale. You can't stop comparing. Comparison is automatic. Brain function can control what you compare to. Limit inputs. Reduce social media. Reduce news. Reduce exposure to global highlights. Compare locally to yourself yesterday, to your progress, to your journey. Not to everyone, everywhere, all at once. Reason 2. You're chasing hedonic adaptation, and pleasure always returns to baseline. You think happiness comes from getting things. New car, new house, new job, new relationship, promotion, recognition, achievement, all create happiness. Temporarily. Then baseline returns. Always. This is hedonic adaptation. Evolutionary mechanism. Prevents permanent satisfaction. Studies on lottery winners. Massive wealth increase. Happiness spikes. Returns to baseline. Within year. Sometimes lower. Studies on achievement. Same pattern. Get promotion. Happy for weeks. Back to baseline. Buy dream house. Happy for months. Back to baseline. Your brain adapts to any improvement. Makes it normal. Stops creating happiness from it. This is evolutionary design. If your ancestors stayed satisfied after achieving goal, they stopped trying, stopped surviving, stopped reproducing. Genes for permanent satisfaction. Eliminated. You descend from chronically dissatisfied, who kept striving, kept achieving, never satisfied. This served survival. Doesn't serve happiness. You're on hedonic treadmill, running faster, getting nowhere, thinking next achievement will finally satisfy. It won't. Will feel good, briefly, then adapt. Need more. This cycle never ends unless you see it. Step off treadmill. Find happiness, not in achievement, but in acceptance of baseline. Reason 3. You're living for future happiness, and the present never arrives. You think happiness comes later. When I get job, when I make money, when I find partner, when I lose weight, when I achieve goal. Always future, never now. This is postponement of happiness into imagined future that never arrives, because when future arrives, becomes present. Present never feels like you imagined. future would feel. So you create new future, where happiness will be. Cycle repeats. Entire life, lived in future, never in present. Happiness always tomorrow, never today. You die, never having arrived at the happiness you postponed for decades. This is why successful people unhappy. They achieve goals they set from past, but present doesn't match. Imagine future, so create new goals, new future, where happiness will be. Never recognizing happiness can only exist in present moment, not future moment. Present moment. You must stop living for future. Start living in present. This sounds cliché, is also true. Happiness is state, not achievement. State exists now, or never. Can't exist in future. Future doesn't exist. Only now exists. Waiting for future. To be happy is waiting forever. Reason 4. You're seeking external validation, and your worth depends on others' opinions. You think happiness comes from others approving you, respecting you, admiring you, loving you, recognition, status, reputation, all external, all dependent on others. Others are unreliable, changeable, manipulable. Basing happiness on them guarantees unhappiness, because you can't control others, can't control their opinions, can't control their approval. Market for approval, constantly shifting. What's admired today, mocked tomorrow. Who loves you now, hates you later. Who respects you here, dismisses you there. No stability in external validation. Plus, external validation is addiction. Get approval, feel good, temporarily, wears off. Need more approval, chase it, get it, wears off. Need more, endless cycle. Never satisfied, because satisfaction is internal. Approval is external. Can't fill internal void with external validation. Wrong category. You must develop internal validation. Know your worth, independent of others. Not arrogant, not delusional, just stable, unshakable by others' opinions. They approve? Nice. They don't. Irrelevant. Your worth doesn't change based on their opinion. This is maturity, not narcissism. Reason 5. You're avoiding discomfort, and comfort is prison. You think happiness comes from comfort. No pain, no stress, no challenge, no difficulty. Easy life, comfortable life, happy life. Completely backwards. Comfort creates stagnation. Stagnation creates unhappiness. Discomfort creates growth. Growth creates fulfillment. Fulfillment creates happiness. Studies on happiness show people happiest when growing, learning, overcoming, achieving difficult things, not when comfortable. Comfort feels good, short term, creates emptiness, long term, because humans need challenge, need meaning, need growth. Comfort provides none. This is why retirement often depressing. After decades of challenging work, suddenly, nothing challenging, just comfort, leisure, freedom, should be happy, often miserable, because challenge gone, growth stopped, meaning disappeared. Comfort without meaning is prison, not paradise. You must seek discomfort, deliberately, not suffering. Growth-oriented discomfort, learning new skills, taking risks, facing fears, challenging yourself, building things, creating things, overcoming obstacles. This creates fulfillment. Fulfillment creates happiness. Comfort creates nothing, except more need for comfort. Reason 6. You're consuming instead of creating, and consumption is empty. Modern life, designed for consumption. Content, products, services, entertainment, food, everything. Consume, consume, consume. Never create. This creates emptiness, because humans are creators, not just consumers. Creating is fulfilling. Consuming is empty. Think about your day. Hours consuming, scrolling, watching, reading, buying, eating. How many hours creating, writing, building, making, designing? Probably 0. Maybe minutes. This imbalance creates unhappiness. You're using wrong mode. Consumption mode. When you need creation mode. Every fulfilled person creates something. Art, business, solutions, content, relationships, communities, something, leaving mark, making impact. This is fulfilling. Consumption leaves nothing, creates nothing, changes nothing, just passes time, while creating emptiness. You must shift from consumption to creation. Start small. Write something. Build something. Make something. Design something. Doesn't have to be great. Just has to be created. By you. This fills void. That consumption never fills. Because void is creative, not consumptive. Reason 7. You're addicted to problems and your identity requires suffering. Most uncomfortable reason. You're attached to your unhappiness. Subconsciously. Because it's familiar. Because it's your identity. Because it's your story. I'm the person who struggles with X. Remove X. Who are you? Don't know. Scary. So you keep X. Keep suffering. To maintain identity. This is why people self-sabotage. Getting close to happiness. Then sabotage it. Unconsciously. Create new problem. Why? Because happiness feels wrong. Unfamiliar. Threatens identity. Identity is struggling person. Happiness contradicts this. So brain creates problems. To restore familiar suffering. This is addiction to problems. You can see this in how people talk. Always have problem. Solve one problem. Immediately focus on next. Never pause. To appreciate no problem. Because no problem feels empty. Identity requires problem. To feel like self. This is psychological addiction. To suffering. You must recognize this pattern. Catch yourself. Creating problems. Maintaining suffering. Ask, do I need this problem? Or do I need this problem? Different questions. Different answers. Can be happy. If let go. Of identity. Based on suffering. Scary. Also liberating. You've learned 7 reasons you're unhappy. Constant comparison. Hedonic adaptation. Future focus living. External validation seeking. Comfort addiction. Consumption over creation. Identity requiring suffering. None have to do with your circumstances. All have to do with your psychology. This is why circumstances don't fix unhappiness. Change job. Still comparing. Make money. Still adapting. Find relationship. Still seeking validation. All external changes. Don't touch. Internal mechanisms. Creating unhappiness. Can have everything. Still unhappy. Because reasons are internal, not external. Self-help industry doesn't want you knowing this. Because knowing this. End searching. No more courses. No more books. No more seminars. About fixing circumstances. When problem isn't circumstances. Problem is psychology. Fix psychology. Circumstances become irrelevant. Understanding these 7 reasons doesn't instantly create happiness. Creates possibility of happiness by removing obstacles. Comparison. Adaptation. Future focus. External validation. Comfort seeking. Consumption. Problem addiction. All obstacles to happiness. Remove obstacles. Happiness becomes possible. Not guaranteed. Possible. Happiness is an achievement. Isn't acquisition. Isn't circumstance. Is state. Created internally. By removing internal obstacles. You can be happy now. With current circumstances. Not by changing circumstances. By changing relationship. To circumstances. Stop comparing. Accept baseline. Live presently. Validate internally. Seek discomfort. Create more. Release problem identity. This is hard. Harder than changing circumstances. Because changing circumstances gives you something to do. Something to chase. Something to blame. Changing psychology. Removes excuses. Removes external focus. Forces internal work. Most people won't do this. Will keep chasing external solutions to internal problems. Will stay unhappy while blaming circumstances. You now know real reasons for unhappiness. Can keep searching externally or start working internally. External searching never ends. Internal work actually works. Your choice, but can't choose wisely without knowing truth. Now you know. What you do with it determines everything. Think deeper. Feel less. Know more. This is the hidden mindset.